Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to talk about another BPS knife, and this is the last BPS knife in the series of knives that I got from them. This is the BS2 FTS. All right, comes in this really nice leather sheath like this, and this is what the knife looks like. Really nice looking knife. This is 1066 carbon steel. It has wood handles. I believe they're olive wood, but I also believe that they change the woods depending on what they get, because these guys are from Ukraine. These guys are from Ukraine, and these are bolted on scales, so you can change them around, but you can modify these scales. You can put custom logos in it and anything, because it's a nice wood handle. Super nice thick blade as well. But let's get into the specs, like I said, and then let's talk about the price, and then we'll talk about the knife. So like I said, this knife is a 1066 carbon steel blade. Mosquitoes are biting me. And really nice looking knife. Feels really good in the hands. I love this knife. I love this knife, and out of all the BPS knives that I have, this is actually my favorite one, and that's why I saved it for last. This is my favorite one. I just love the way this one feels. I just love the size of it, everything about it. Now this knife runs $27.95 as of this video on Amazon. I will leave links down below for this knife as well, just so you guys know, and I'll say that again later in the video. But out of all the BPS knives that I've showcased, this is my favorite and the one that I use the most. I really like this. Also has a 90-degree spine on it. It has a nice edge for throwing fire sparks for your ferro rod. So it really does it. All their knives, actually every knife that I have of theirs, ferro rod works great on them. They will all throw sparks off your ferro rod really great, which is awesome. These are great all-around knives. This is my favorite one. This is such a great knife. I love this one, and I like them all. Don't get me wrong. I love all their knives, but this one is my favorite. And the crazy thing is, this one's actually the cheapest one. Now they also come, I'm gonna set this right in here. They also come oak. This is oak, by the way. I'm trying to stab into. They also come with a really nice leather sheath, as I have showcased in all the other ones. Nice dangler on there and stuff. Really nice, well done, really nicely sewn in, and a nice fit in there really well. They slide right in, really nice, and hold in there really good. So when you're shaking it and stuff, it's not going to fall out on you when you're trying to do stuff. So it's really, really well done. It holds in there snugly, sits in there really nicely, and just really well done, you know. And for the price, man, you cannot beat this. Talk about budget friendly, and works awesome. And it's carbon steel, 1066 carbon steel. It's really nice. These things come sharp out of the box. Now I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of woodworking stuff. Now you guys know from watching my videos, I do not do batoning with my knives. So if you want to see that, you can actually go to BPS's website, and they will show you how to baton with these. They do it too, and there's a bunch of other people that have done that. I don't do that with my knives, because that's why I have axes, and I say that in about every knife video I have. I just don't baton with my knives. It's not something, but you can do it. This is a nice thick knife. You can do it. There are people that have done it and they haven't had problems with it. I just don't do that with my knives. I usually always have a small camp hatchet or axe with me when I'm out in the woods. Even when I go on a day hike, I always have like a Fisker X7 or something of that nature with me when I'm doing it. But let's do a couple of little normal things that I would do with this knife. One of the things you guys always seem to be into is feather sticking. I'm not the greatest feather sticker, but we'll do some feather sticks with this so you guys can see what that looks like. And it really just cuts into the wood really nice. And just really, we'll do some really nice feather sticks. See if I can do it right here. More. So there you guys go. It'll feather stick just fine. No problems there. Does good feather sticking. Now let's go ahead and we're going to cut that off and see if we can make a point. So let's do like that. Look at that. Just take it right off. So we're going to do a little bit of shaving like this, just to show you guys that it's just throwing wood like nobody's business. And I know some of you guys want to see that chest grip. So we'll do the chest grip and really get it to bite in there, so we can really bite in there. And it'll make a point pretty darn quick. So definitely make a point. Really easy for spikes, or you want to make a spear, or whatever you want to do. Then we'll see if we can do some fine shaving. So let's knock all this stuff off. And let's see if we can do some really fine shaving stuff. Really just lightly. For your tinder stuff, you guys want to do some shavings. Really get that fire going. We're going to shave a few things off in here and make a little pile of shavings right here. as they're falling through the cracks. But it's doing really well, really well. I mean, look at that. Shave, shave, shave. We can just shave all day. We'll just see here. Shave, 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 shave. All right, that's good enough. So, all right. So you guys can see there, it makes really good shavings. So making tinder, not a problem. Now I know somebody's probably going to see notching. So for those of you guys that are doing notches or making traps and stuff, I know this thing will do it. But we'll do one for you real quick. Roll that blade in there. Take it down pretty good ways. All right, that looks good. And then let's make a notch. And insto notch. So notching not a problem. I can make it deeper if I want to. If you guys want a bigger notch, that's easy. We can take it a little deeper if we need to. Give you a bigger notch if you're trying to hook something on there a little bit more. And there you go. So notches, spears, spikes, shavings, feather sticks, it does it all. Food prep, you can food prep this. It does have a Scandi grind on it, but I know some people don't like using Scandi grinds for food prepping, but it'll food prep. You can slice tomatoes, you can slice onions, you can cut your steaks, you can do all that stuff. Does a flat grind work better for that stuff? It sure does, but will this do that? It'll do all that. This will do anything those will do and do it just fine. This is a great all-around knife. I like this. I mean, for guys that are fishermen and stuff, this is a really good knife too. You can skin fish with it, skin animals with it, anything like that. You just got to remember that it is carbon steel, so you need to dry it. If you guys are using stuff like that, that's the biggest thing you gotta remember, because these will rust. I wish they did this in a stainless as well, but they don't. They only do it in the carbon steel. And just a great knife, and just beautiful handles on the wood. Like I said, those are screwed in handles, so you could change the handle scales if you wanted to. These wood scales would be easy to carve designs or do wood burning designs in them as well. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do with this knife, is do a really cool custom like Celtic design in there to give it a little bit more pizzazz and stuff. But as far as a good all-around everyday knife that you're not going to cry about, I mean, this thing, like I said, is $27.95 for a good budget-friendly all-around camp knife or bushcraft knife or survival knife or whatever you guys, want to call it or use it for. I think this is a great knife. And for those of you guys on a budget that are looking for a really great knife, I think these BPS knives are hands down one of the ways to go. Now, there's tons of knives out there. So, you know, for me, and I say this in a lot of my videos, you got to find out what works for you. Me, I have a variety of knives I like, but most of them are in this range like this right here. And if you guys know, I'm usually carrying something of that nature. Currently, I'm carrying this knife right now. It's similar to this, to give you guys a comparison stuff. This is a Joker knife. This is a Joker Trampero. And that is the BPS knife, so you can kind of see that they're very similar. The only difference is just a little bit fatter blade there, and this is a flat grind where this is a Scandi grind. Both wood handles. This one actually has pinned handles. This one has bolted on handles, and this has an insert in it. Both have about the same thickness that you can see on there as well. So they're very comparable knives, but the Joker knife is a lot more. Is a lot more than this. It's actually, it's almost 3 times as much. So for that one anyway. So yeah, if you're looking for a really good knife on a budget, these knives are great. I love them. I can't recommend BPS enough. And this one is probably my favorite. So I really like this one a lot. And it's just been the one that I just feels the best to me for out of all the ones I have. They all feel really good in the hand, but this one, it just speaks to me. And we're all different. Everybody has a different, you know, what they like and what they don't like. I recommend the 4 that I have done videos on. I recommend them all because I think they're all great knives, and I would be happy with any one of them. But if I had those 4 and I had to pick one, I would pick this one. The only thing I would prefer is I would have liked to have gotten the sheath that has the ferrule rod on it, which I did order those, so I do have those. I'm actually doing a separate review on those to show you those sheaths that you can get. They're like $18, and you can get a leather sheath with a ferro rod that matches these that BPS puts out. And I'm gonna do a separate video on those, so you guys can see those. But I just wanted to get this last video out and show you guys that BPS really makes really great knives. You can find these on Amazon, or you can even get them off of their website. They're a Ukrainian company out of Ukraine, and I just think they make really good knives, and I don't mind supporting them because they make really good knives. And you know, if you can help those guys out because they're going through a pretty rough time, I mean, with what's going on over there, I mean, then buy a knife. I mean, what do you guys got to lose for spending 28 bucks and you can end up getting a really great knife, you know? And I think these would make great gifts as well to people that you know that like knives, because it's a really nice knife and it's not going to break the bank. You know, a lot of these knife companies out there and stuff like SC and stuff, the knives are expensive. I mean, like a small SC knife is $100 or more, you know. An SC3 is like $124, or the SC4. I think an SC3 is a little bit cheaper, but like the SC4s are like $124 or something. So, you know, for that money you can buy a ton of these, you know. So, and you're not going to be so upset if something happens to this knife, you know. But they're super durable. They're super durable. There's other guys that are showing them batoning and doing all that stuff as well. I just don't do that. I use a knife every day. And I keep one. I always have a knife like this on my side, and then I carry a folding knife, and then I have a pocket knife, and then I carry a multi-tool. So I have a multitude of things, you know. And I've been getting a lot of comments. People always saying, well, this knife's better for that, or this knife's better for that. Well, you know, there are better knives for certain tasks. But if you guys, I mean, the biggest thing it seems to me today is everybody's looking for that all-in-one knife. And I don't think there's one that's an all-in-one knife, but I do think there's a bunch of knives out there that are great at doing all those tasks efficiently. So that's what when I think about all-in-one, will this knife do the task that I need it to do, that a knife needs to do efficiently, and will it serve me for the things that I need a knife for? And I think that any one of these BPS knives, and I'm gonna show it to you again, any one of these will do really well, and they're not gonna break the bank, you know. Super nice sheath, like I said. I mean, they're just really well done, and I can't speak highly enough about these knives. I'm really impressed with them. I'm so impressed with them that I bought 4 of them, you know. I'm not, things falling down in the woods. I'm not sponsored by BPS Knives. I don't have to do this. I review things that I like and that I use and that I think are good products and stuff. I don't have any sponsors. You know, everything you guys see on my channel, I bought and paid for. So there's no bias when I'm telling you that I like this knife, you know. And I'm just giving my opinions of what I think about this knife, because I'm not a survivalist, I'm not a bushcraft guy, I'm just a guy that does a lot of fishing, a little bit of hunting, and loves to be in outdoors, and has spent most of my life in the outdoors. And if you guys want to know a little bit about my history of why I have certain qualifications, go watch my IFAC video where I tell you a little bit more, and that pertained, I did that video and I explained a little bit more about myself and my background, because I was talking about medical equipment. And I think that was important in that video to do it, because I don't tend to talk about my personal background or my history or anything like that, because I don't feel like I have anything to prove to anybody, and I don't think I need to tell everybody about my past. It's not something that I get into with a lot of people. But in that video, I felt it was pertinent to discuss a little bit about my experiences with the knowledge that I have with IFAC kits and stuff like that. So I did do that in that video. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. But that's a whole other thing. Sorry, I got a little rant. Anyway, BPS knives, guys. Check them out. I'll leave the links down below for this knife in the video down below. You guys can click on that link. I get these on Amazon, and there's several ones out there. I would say check out all the ones, find the one that appeals to you, and then try it, or buy. I mean, for the price, you can buy 4 of them for around $100 or a little over, and check out multiple knives, and definitely worth it. And I appreciate it when you guys use that link, because when you guys use the links that I put down below, that actually helps the channel out and gives me a little bit of change to pick up something so I can keep doing these videos. It's not a lot that you get from those links and stuff, but it does help. And it helps out being able to pay for things and stuff like that. And then that like and subscribe, hitting that like and subscribe button helps the channel grow as well, so I'd appreciate that. I don't care about the ding dong thing. You can do that if you want notifications. If you don't, I don't care. If you hit like and subscribe, leave me some comments down below if you guys got any questions, comments about it. I appreciate those. Keep it positive, guys. There's a lot of negativity out in the world right now, and I'm trying to put out positive videos. So let's try to keep it positive. But I do appreciate your comments and your thoughts, and I don't mind your opinions and what you guys think, because we all have them, and we all have different things. Like I said, what works for me may not work for you. So you have to find out what works for you and use those things, and the rest of it you just throw off to the side and forget about it. So, and I say that all the time. You got to find out what works for you. For me, there's multiple knives that I like that will get the task done, and I do these videos with stuff that I use. This is stuff that I use. I rotate knives out on a daily. I'm switching out knives. I usually am carrying a different knife just about every day because I have such a variety that I like to use, but they all will serve that same purpose. For me, all the knives that I have cover all the tasks that I do with the knife, and those are the ones that I carry. So for my everyday life of being out and doing stuff, and between doing the fishing stuff or doing some hunting, the knives that I carry cover any aspect that I'm going to need a knife in on a daily basis when I'm out doing something, whether I'm out in the woods hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, whatever. I carry a knife that will cover all my bases, and that's what I think this does for me. So definitely check them out. I recommend them. It's all my opinion. Like I said, I'm not an expert, just a guy that loves knives, loves being in the woods, and loves nature, and I carry a knife every day. So I hope this helps you guys. That's why I do these videos. I hope it helps you guys out trying to make decisions, figure out kind of what you want, what you're interested in. This is just the stuff that I use, and I use on a daily basis. So I hope it helps you guys out. Like I said, questions, comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe. Links will be down below. Leave a comment. I always enjoy hearing from you guys, and I try to respond to everybody as I can. But I do run a couple other YouTube channels as well, so I try to respond to everybody as I can, and I try to do it as quick as possible. When I see a notification that somebody's left me a message, I try to get to it. But I will tell you, I don't get all those either. YouTube is so messed up, and trying to figure it out that I miss a lot of messages because I'm not getting the notifications, and then I go back and look and see what messages I missed about once a month, and there'll be a whole bunch that I never even saw. But I do my best, so I'm not trying to ignore you guys when you do leave messages. I do try to get back to everybody I can. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are getting outside and enjoying the weather now that we're getting into the fall area of things and the cooler weather. And we will see you guys on the next video. Take care.